I had always tried to do right by her. I wasn't perfect, far from it, but I gave my heart, my time, and my energy to our marriage. I worked long hours, paid the bills, supported her dreams, and tried to be there in the small moments that mattered. I bought her a car when her old one broke down, the kind she had wanted for years, but said she could never afford. I paid for her college tuition, stayed up late helping her study, and celebrated every success as if it were my own. When life hit her hard, when she cried over disappointments, heartbreaks, and family drama, I held her, listened, and tried to be the safe place she deserved. I thought that was enough. I thought that loyalty, patience, and love would carry us through anything. I thought that our bond was unbreakable, but I was wrong. It started with little things. Late nights at work, sudden trips with vague explanations, text messages she didn't want me to see. I noticed them, of course. I always notice, but I rationalized it. Maybe she needed space. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe I was imagining things. Until one day, I found the truth. It was a small, careless mistake on her part. Her phone left unlocked, a message that wasn't meant for me. The words were casual, playful, and devastating. "Can't wait to see you again. Last night was amazing." I didn't confront her immediately. I needed to breathe, to think, to make sense of it. And as I pieced it together, it became clear. She had been seeing someone else. Someone she had been sneaking around behind my back. Someone she prioritized over me, despite everything I had done for her. When I finally confronted her, I was calm. I didn't yell, I didn't cry, I didn't beg. I simply laid out what I knew, piece by piece. And that's when she said it. "I never asked for any of that from you. I don't need it. I don't want it." I blinked, stunned. All those years of sacrifices, all that support, all that love, it was meaningless to her. My efforts, my loyalty, my presence had been invisible in her eyes. The woman I had trusted, the one I had stood by through thick and thin, had no gratitude, no remorse, no acknowledgement of what I had given. The betrayal cut deeper than the affair itself. It wasn't just that she had been unfaithful, it was that she had actively dismissed everything I had done, everything I had tried to be. My life, my support, my love. It didn't matter to her. I didn't retaliate immediately. I didn't scream. I didn't humiliate her. I didn't beg her to stay. I simply realized that the person I had loved so completely was gone, replaced by someone who didn't value me or what I had built. Over the next weeks, I took control. I changed my routines, reclaimed spaces in the house that had been hers, and started focusing on myself. I gathered evidence, documented the affair, and prepared for the next steps, not out of vengeance, but out of necessity. When the divorce proceedings started, I approached them with calm clarity. I didn't allow emotion to dictate my actions. I presented facts, evidence, and truth, letting them speak louder than any dramatic confrontation ever could. She assumed she could manipulate the situation, charm her way to favorable terms, or paint me as unreasonable. She was wrong. Through it all, I never lost sight of my own worth. I had been betrayed, humiliated, and dismissed, but I refused to let that define me. I reclaimed control over my life, my emotions, and my future. The most painful part isn't the affair or even her words. It's the realization that love, loyalty, and sacrifice are not always appreciated. That you can give everything and still be seen as irrelevant. That someone you trust completely can betray you, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, by erasing all the efforts and care you poured into their life. I don't say this for sympathy. I say it because it's important to acknowledge that betrayal isn't just about cheating, it's about being dismissed, devalued, and erased by someone you trusted the most. And now, years later, I am stronger, clearer, and wiser. I no longer let anyone dismiss my value. I no longer let anyone assume that my love, effort, or patience are obligations rather than gifts. I learned painfully that some people cannot see your worth no matter how clearly you show it. And that's okay, because the people who matter, who deserve your loyalty, will recognize it without question. She laughed, dismissed me, and betrayed me, but I walked away with clarity, dignity, and the knowledge that I am worth more than someone who can't see it.